Hey guys, I found something that I'd like to read. It's 1:31 p.m. The ones, the zeros, and the threes. Do I have to say it? Do you know how many videos that I delete because I see the ones and zeros and threes when I look up? And it's like, meh! And I ruin the video right off the bat, so I gotta start it over. Pretty much they all start with the 1 and a 3. Always. Okay, now I just wasted 31 31 seconds. I love it. Okay. In this video you are going to hear some sound effects, so let's start that off right now. Here we go. Something that Oprah's book club will never have on their reading list. The Holographic Universe. And today scientists are reviewing this the same way they did back in Darwin's day when he came up with this crazy theory of evolution. There's a difference between micro and macro evolution, but you can't look at a peacock and say, hey, that evolved that way. There is nothing but conscious creative design within a peacock, so I don't want to hear it. That throws Darwin's shit right out the window for me. That bird alone, okay? Not to mention all the other awesome creatures that are in reality, okay? So, the theory that reality, as we consciously experience it, is not real, goes back to the indigenous people who believe that we exist in a dream or an illusion. In our current timeline, we refer to the matrix, grids, virtual reality, simulation, and hologram. Today, many physicists are researching the concept of the universe as a hologram. The universe is a consciousness hologram. Reality is projected illusion within the hologram. It is a virtual experiment created in linear time to study emotions. Our hologram is composed of grids created by a source consciousness brought into awareness by electromagnetic energy at the physical level. The hologram is created and linked through a web or grid matrices based on the patterns of sacred geometry. The hologram had a beginning and it has an end as consciousness evolves in the alchemy of time. As the grids collapse, everything within the hologram will end, helping to understand what is going on in the world today. Alright, sound effects. We're going to have to go over this. You know, not just read it, but think it out loud. In the media, we find films, television shows, books, and games based on the concept of reality as a hologram. Among the more easily recognized are The Matrix, illusion, The 13th Floor, simulation, Inception, dream, The Holodeck, grids in the TV series Star Trek, Second Life, an internet game, and The Holographic Universe, a 1991 book by Michael Talbot. See his theories below. Okay, we're going to go there, but we're not going to go there just yet. Okay? We are stopping right here, and we're going to absorb what we just read. The theory that reality, as we consciously experience, is not real goes back to the indigenous people who dreamed, who believed we exist in dreams or illusions. This is like sometimes when I say, you know, am I dead? Am I on life support? Am I a cryogenic stasis somewhere where my brain is being kept alive and a computer feeding me things that will stimulate my mental thought? Kind of like that. This is why I'm concerned about transhumanism. I mean, if once they get in your fucking brain, it's all over, baby. You know, because computers are the future. And if they get in your brain, the only way to stop these computers would be what? Probably a CME. Okay? And if you do that, you're gonna fucking wipe your brain out, and then what are you gonna be? A zombie! So I'm not really keen on the idea of having nanobots in my brain, Mr. Kurzweil. Okay, so indigenous people even believe that. I don't know why. It doesn't give the history of the indigenous people here. In our current timeline, we refer to the matrix, grids, virtual reality, simulation, and hologram. You know, okay. How many of you have seen a movie, A Cabin in the Woods? That movie is a bunch of scientists or piss-ass workers, okay, down in a building under the ground. They have computers and cameras. They are seeing everything that is going on under this dome area. They can control whatever's going on in there. Kind of like the dome in the Hunger Games. Okay, but they're under the ground. They're controlling what goes on up top. Now it's nighttime, and they allow these kids to come in their grid. Now, this is a particular ritual where a virgin has to die, and the other people, and these actually would probably simulate the gods or something like that, you know, and the sacrifices of the gods. But anyway, each character meant something. You know, you had your fool and the virgin, and then I guess you probably had some hero of some kind. Anyway, you know what I mean? Yeah, you're following me. So, this demon that is going to destroy reality, the whole entire world, it's going to destroy it if it doesn't get what it wants, and it's the virgin. Wants the virgin to die, as long as the virgin dies last. And she don't even have to die, as long as everybody else dies and she's the last one there. I'm pretty sure that's how it is. So anyway, they send up, see what they have is like a cube, okay? A cube of cells, and each cell contains something really freaky. It could be the Loch Ness Monster, Bigfoot, zombies, vampires, werewolves, anything, any creature you could ever imagine. It had ghosts and just demons, just all kind of sick, weird, freaky things going on there. You know, griffins, dragons, and okay. So they've got all this stuff, and they choose randomly what's going to attack the kids that are having a weekend at the cabin in the woods. And so they have buttons to release it and control it. Now the kids don't know. As soon as they read from the book, they started this off. Because words have meaning. Words are vibration. It is sound and vibration, and that is what holds everything together in reality. So here, when you speak out loud, your words have so much impact. And this is why spells are real. That shit is real. I believe it's real. I believe when you cast a spell, when you read an enchantment or encampment or whatever words I'm looking for like a variety of different things you would read. You know, like you're a priest on an altar. You could be in a Catholic church. It doesn't matter. There are rituals within the rite. You know, one, the burning of the incense. You know, you got that frankincense that the priest has got going on there. You know why they use it, frankincense? That is supposed to cleanse the area, purify the area, and invite. It is supposed to be inviting to angels. I am not kidding. To be inviting to the closeness of God, the Holy Spirit. Why do they still do that? Because if you were doing it in your own religion, you would be a crazy witch. He's doing that stuff don't work. But there it is. You know? So that means it does work. It is for a reason. Witchcraft is absolutely freaking real. Just, do you know how to harness the power, and do you actually have the power? That's the thing. So, do I think all this crazy stuff like on TV, how witches have that much power? I don't think they all go to a local fucking high school, I'll tell you that. So if anybody does, they're keeping that under wraps, and they're using a little bit of technology along with this shit, so they don't have to use their fucking power. Okay, now I'm going crazy. I'm getting crazy. We're supposed to be thinking is what I'm supposed to be doing, even if it's crazy. At least I'm thinking. And I'm going to think about some sound effects right now. That's what holds the world together, man. What holds everything, every piece of tangible matter there is. Sound is what holds it together. So let me give you some of that. Because this kind of bond will hold a lot of people together. People who like this type of sound effect, they will stand by each other no matter what their differences are if it's being threatened. Hold up. That was Mumsy. I really hope I remember to call her back, because I will never hear the end of it if I don't. Alright, so now that the conversation can have a shift, because I was probably running on too long about something or other. Let's move on here. The universe is a consciousness hologram. The one true God, the first consciousness. Anything that comes in life would have to come from that consciousness. If it was the only thing ever existed, there had to be a first something. The first consciousness. Okay, so that's what I consider God. The very first consciousness that ever existed. Boom. Everything came from you. You are God. So, whatever that was. Okay? How it all got divided up now, a little bit in each and every one of us, it's, it's still the core God. And it can link to all of us, but we can't link to it without its consent. So, it's like, you're on your own, let's see how good you do, but I'm going to monitor you from a distance. I hear you calling. I hear you calling me. I don't want to answer that phone right now. I'm going to wait. You go ahead on the path you're going. I'll catch you. I'll catch you later. And then boom, when you least expect it. There, I told you I was watching. You didn't believe me, right? It's because I got my plans. I'm liking what you're doing. I'm liking that. You go ahead. I'm interested, man. I'm watching. You got me entertained. So that's the idea of one consciousness experiencing itself in multiple forms. I could definitely relate to that in the brain that I have. Oh my God, I could relate to that fucking years ago. Yeah. Okay, so I didn't need all this information back then. I was already there. Okay, reality is a projected illusion within the hologram. Reality is a projected illusion within the hologram. Now, if we are part of the consciousness, if we are linked to God and we're part of that consciousness, we are projecting our own reality. We can control our own reality. And now I go back to the quote from the Bible that Jesus said, if you have faith, little enough faith, just the mustard seed of faith, you could say to that mountain, move from there to there, and it will move. This is the power of thought manifestation, because our consciousness is creating reality. How strong is your consciousness to create the reality that you want? We're letting assholes create our reality by projecting it on TV with war and crime and guns and sins. I'm tired of it. Want this, want that, greed, sex. Do you understand what is going on here? Okay, I'm done for now. Peace out, guys. God bless.